welcome. This is Erica Glessing, and I'm just so glad you came today. I'm guessing you were divinely guided. Svava Brooks is a survivor of some horrible, horrible things when she was a child, and she talks about really waking up the heart. It's a really amazing journey that she took, and so she's in my Love Is Summit, and you can hear the whole interview there at the loveissummit.com, and enjoy this episode on my show. She's just a brilliant teacher, and she cares so much about what she does, and she's overcome so much. So no further ado, here's Svava Brooks. So hello and welcome to the Love Is Summit. My name is Erica Glessing, and I am the host. And my guest today, I almost get tears in my eyes at all the good that she does on the planet every day. I'm just beyond blessed and grateful to have her join us. Svava Brooks' husband grew up in an environment of extreme abuse, overcame odds upon odds, and then has dedicated her entire life to changing this for others who've gone through trauma. Seriously, Svava, when I look at the work you do on the planet and all the good you do every day in your life, I'm just beyond grateful for what you do. So if no one else has told you lately, I love the work you're doing on the planet, and it really matters. And I'm getting this sense when I even have you with me on this summit interview that there's so many lives you've changed that you're not even aware. There's so many places where people have healed because you chose to heal. So welcome.
Oh, thank you, Erica. You kind of have me in tears here too, and my heart is singing already. So thank you. I so appreciate it. It's to hear that from you. I do appreciate it, and I do feel very blessed that the work I get to do every single day, I do not take it for granted, and I feel like it's a big responsibility that I take to heart fully. So I'm here to serve. Thank you.
And your books are saying to show them right now. So we're just showing you two of the books that Svava has written, and she's also written in a book that I created called A New Day Dawns, Breaking Up with Abuse. But we have Journey to the Heart and Releasing Your Authentic Self, and these are all about thriving after trauma. So just why don't we jump in really kind of just jump off the deep end and explore. I've been through trauma. I'd like to be loving in my life, and somehow it's not easy for me. So what can you recommend for someone who maybe their dad was super mean to them, or maybe their mom traveled all the time and wasn't really present? These are things that aren't like being slapped around silly, but that can leave scars just the same. So maybe just kind of tap into that for our audience and tell us how we can reawaken that sense of loving.
Sure. Thank you for asking that. Such an important question. And one of the pieces that I was very frustrated for a long time that I didn't understand, why I kept feeling so bad and why I kept treating myself so badly for a long time long after the abuse had stopped.
Right.
So unfortunately, we live in a body, right? We are so much our biology, even though we are energy and we are multidimensional beings and much, much bigger than just this physical container that we sit in.
Mm-hmm.
And fortunately, how the mechanism of this body works is that we mimic what we see around us growing up, and we create habits and patterns in our nervous system that often vibrate at the same level, like our comfort zone almost. We keep repeating what we saw and experienced growing up. And so the hardest part for me about learning how to love was that to really recognize I didn't know what it looked like. I didn't know what it felt like. I hadn't seen it. I hadn't really felt it.
Wow.
It was hard. So this may be hard for some people to hear. And I can still remember that moment when my husband said to me, "So I cannot feel your heart." And I felt crushed. I felt really ashamed. But then I realized I trusted him. And I said, okay, if there's something here that I'm missing. And it was kind of around the same time where completely dropped into my energy field was from God. So you're here to learn about love, which I think we all are. Not just to learn about love, but to give and teach others about love. So I sat on the journey to really understand the impact of not being shown, modeled, and like having grown up in the field of energy of love.
Well, and you know, Svava, it's been even more years now since we first met. I mean, you can tell people, why don't you just give them a little bit of the horror that you had to experience for whatever reasons. Just tell us kind of a little bit of what you've had to overcome. You know,
Sure.
I mean, well, you didn't just wake up one day and your husband said, "Oh, baby, you know, I can't see your heart." It wasn't all about that. It was really a lifetime of challenges.
Exactly. So basically, to sum it up, I never went to bed feeling safe in my house my whole childhood. My stepfather, I say, groomed my mother. I think she was a target. She was a single mom with 2 little girls, desperate to find a partner, a husband. And so I was physically, emotionally, and sexually abused my whole childhood until I got out of there. And that's the piece that I'm talking about. In order to survive my environment, I left my body a lot. I disconnected from my.
Hey, thank you for coming to the show today. Oh my gosh, you know what? I have to tell you just in advance, if you're going to head over and get your interview right now at you want to get the whole interview at theloveissummit.com. I kind of launch into some of my own childhood blech. So I kind of share a little bit, reveal a little too much, I think, but I didn't edit myself out. You can go hear the whole interview with Svava Brooks and find out a little bit more about yours truly over at theloveissummit.com. And we have a brilliant guest tomorrow too. So don't go anywhere. Come back tomorrow for the Love is Summit on the Erica Glessing Show.